Hop up out the street, turn my swag on, take a look in the mirror and say what's up. Yeah, I'm getting money. Oh, a photo grade. Y'all already know. Palm angels on me. No palm angels on you. You ain't got the fee. P. Oh, photo grade. Let's go ahead and get straight into it, yeah, dig. Oh, this is HD clarity.
Rap has always existed in a gray area between art
We in
and
HD
reality.
clarity.
Its stories often echo the struggles, pain, and danger of real life, but sometimes those lines blur completely. There have been moments when rappers stopped performing darkness and instead became it, crossing from storytelling into something truly evil. In this video, we'll look at 3 stories of rappers that turned their violent lyrics into reality, culminating in truly heinous crimes. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe.
Hey, I'm photo grade. We got Big Lurch. See, sometimes you just gotta look at a nigga and be like, you look weird, bro. I don't even want to listen to your music. What you mean your name Big Lurch and you look like you look like the Diddler 2.0. I don't want to listen to nobody that look like the Diddler 2.0. I don't know about you. I respect my frequency when I put music into my ears. I'm photo grade. This don't look like something that would respect my frequencies.
The first story is about an old school rapper named Big Lurch that did something truly horrific that you normally only see in horror movies. Antron Singleton grew up in Dallas, Texas, born September 15th, 1976. At age 7, he began writing poetry, and by his teens, that creative outlet guided him toward rap. By his early 20s, he'd moved to California to chase a rap career. He gravitated to the underground rap scene. He had the size, the voice, and the energy to make it in the underground scene.
Okay.
He called himself Big Lurch, a
What does that
name
even mean?
inspired by the towering butler from the Addams Family. He
Shit.
eventually joined the Oakland-based collective Comic Slop Shop with members Dooney Baby and producer Rick Rock. The group released the album Da Family in 1998 under MCA Records, with the single Sinful charting modestly on the US rap and R&B charts. The group broke up in 1999, so he pursued a solo career. His music fit perfectly into horrorcore, a niche subgenre where rappers painted cinematic scenes of death, gore, and insanity.
Now, you gotta look, when people listen to stuff like that, you gotta take a deep look at them. Because why the hell would you even want to listen to some shit like that, let alone make this music like that? Like, I understand you could try to kind of say that about the drill rappers nowadays, or they talk about catching this many bodies, they talk about killing him, her, on fun grade. I get that. But at least they just talking about shit that happened, like, yeah, we smoked his ass, bow, bow. Y'all probably talking about really horrific shit. That's not P.
For Big Lurch, it was supposed to be just art, but on April 10th, 2002, a drug-fueled psychosis would turn his violent lyrics into reality. At the time, Big Lurch had been living with a roommate, a 21-year-old woman named Tynesha Yesias, and her boyfriend in a Los Angeles apartment. That morning, a friend of Tynesha arrived to check on her. When the friend opened the door, she was met with a scene straight out of a nightmare. Tynesha's body lay on the floor, partially nude, with deep wounds to her face and chest. Her chest cavity had been torn open. Pieces of her lungs were missing. The apartment walls and floor were spattered with blood. There were bite marks on her face and shoulder. Furniture had been knocked over, and evidence suggested a violent struggle. The friend fled and called the police. When officers arrived, they confirmed what she had seen and followed a trail of blood out of the apartment. A few blocks away, they found Big Lurch completely naked, covered in blood, wandering in the middle of the street, staring blankly at the sky.
What the hell?
Officers said he was out of his mind, growling and incoherent. He was arrested on the spot. Forensic tests later confirmed the blood on his body matched the victim's.
Oh my God.
A medical report showed human flesh inside his stomach that did not belong to him. Prosecutors would later argue that Lurch had smoked the drug PCP, suffered a psychotic break, and attacked Tynesha in a drug-induced frenzy. At trial, his defense claimed insanity. But in California, voluntary drug use doesn't qualify for an insanity plea. In June of 2003, Big Lurch was convicted of first-degree murder and aggravated mayhem, and later sentenced to life in prison without parole.
That's valid. That's valid though. I'm not gonna lie. See, Cali be having a lot of dumbass laws, but that's a very valid law. You can't say that you crazy when you voluntarily smoke PCP or fun or great. Like, it'd be different if someone drugged you. You feel that? You hit a blunt and you didn't know it was whatever was in there was in there. But you just voluntarily smoking PCP. Who does that? Where do they do that at? Let me know where they do that at, and I will point you to the nearest police office, police district, police department, whatever you want to call it, to turn their ass in.
The depraved nature of the case caused it to go down in infamy, and Big Lurch was dubbed the hip-hop cannibal.
The hip-hop
The
cannibal.
next story
Crazy.
is about a gang member / rapper named Guerrero 10K
Guerrero.
that's believed to have killed 5 people in a 4-month span. Guerrero 10K, renamed Christian Cavazos, was a buzzing rapper from Houston, Texas,
Right.
and one of the leaders of the 10K criminal street gang.
10K,
The
10K, 10K.
gang was accused of various crimes such as drive-by shootings, robberies, assaults, murders, and narcotic trafficking. Guerrero 10K was known to have a short temper and went to juvie as a minor in 2017 for assault. Guerrero 10K had been beefing with fellow Houston rapper Cash Out Ace, and the two of them went back and forth dissing each other on social media and in music. Eventually, this beef would lead to Guerrero going on a murder spree. On September 6, 2019, Guerrero was riding in a car with other 10K members when he shot into a separate vehicle containing members of Cash Out. The driver of the vehicle was wounded and decided to pull over in a light industrial area north of Jersey Village. With the car stopped, Guerrero proceeded to get out of his own car and shoot multiple rounds at the person sitting in the back seat of the rival vehicle.
Right.
That person, 19-year-old Ryan McGowan, aka Cash Out Spaz, was struck multiple times and eventually passed away from his injuries.
Okay.
It turns out that members of Cash Out were the ones that pulled up there looking for 10K members, but Guerrero and 10K caught them first. Following this incident, Guerrero would go on a hunt to kill Cash Out Ace. In the hunt to kill Cash Out Ace, Guerrero would kill an innocent elderly couple. On September 25th, 2019, a woman named Rosalba Reyes was driving in a purple Dodge Charger when she was followed to her home on Francitas Drive. Her husband, Romero, was driving behind her in his truck. Guerrero 10K and Cash Out Ace had been arguing on the phone that day. Guerrero believed that Ace's brother drove a purple Dodge Charger. On that day, Guerrero was lurking in Cash Out territory and saw a purple Dodge Charger go by. It turns out that that car was the one Rosalba Reyes was in. Believing that the car belonged to Cash Out Ace's people, Guerrero and another 10K member named Rico 10K followed the car and opened fire, killing Rosalba Reyes and her husband as he tried to run in and save his wife.
Oh, that's just bogus. See, this is my thing. No, this is no knock to the old couple that just got knocked off. No pun intended. But it's like, why do regular people want to drive Chargers and Hellcats so bad? Like, I understand, you know, it's a car. You can say whatever you want. It ain't my fault or your fault that the stigma on the car is what it is, right? But at the end of the day, you know and I know these cars are targeted. People, a lot of gang members drive them, and people go want to break into your shit. Police targeted them too. So it's like, you putting yourself in harm's way driving these types of cars around. Because even if they wasn't trying to, even if they didn't think you was the ops, they probably would have followed you and tried to steal your car anyway, bro. Like, I don't even get why people even want this type of cars no more. You get your car broken into or stolen enough times, your insurance is going to drop your ass. And now you're not going to have no insurance.
Once the shooting was over, they fled the scene, went home, and turned on the news. On the news, they saw they killed an elderly couple. Guerrero 10K began to celebrate, believing that he had just killed Cash Out Ace's grandparents. Instead, he killed random civilians. Well, his hunt for Cash Out Ace wouldn't stop there and would lead him to killing 2 more people. On December 27, 2019, Cash Out Ace was shooting a music video in which he invited guests. Unbeknownst to him, the location of the music video shoot was leaked to 10K members. During the music video, Guerrero 10K, Rico 10K, a man named Kevin Badillo, and another man named Roman Wise pulled up in a dark-colored Honda and opened fire. Guerrero 10K was armed with an AK-47, while Roman and Rico were armed with pistols. Guerrero and Roman opened fire from the passenger side, and Rico shot out of the sunroof. The shooting was caught on surveillance footage from a nearby business. In the aftermath of all the gunfire, 9 people were shot, 2 died at the scene, and the other 7 were injured.
Right.
The 2 people that died were Gonzalo Gonzalez, a 20-year-old videographer who attended the University of Houston, and another man named Jonathan Jimenez, who was also 20 years old and a father of a 3-year-old girl.
Innocent.
Cash Out Ace was shot in the head, but ultimately survived his injuries. After a lengthy rehabilitation process, he is now almost back to normal. Their getaway driver, Kevin Badillo, was the first arrested, and he told the police everything.
Yeah.
One
thing y'all gotta realize is the getaway driver's usually gonna snitch. You know why the getaway driver's gonna snitch? Because he's not gonna get as much time as y'all dumbass niggas. The getaway driver's gonna get like whatever. He's not gonna get the book. He's gonna get some time, but the shooters is getting the book. The getaway driver's getting like whatever. Like it ain't really that deep. You know, it is that deep, but you ain't finna get life. You might get 25, but at least you getting out. The shooters getting life. Probably the, you know what I'm saying, the needle, because they in Texas.
Was raided, and bottles of codeine, counterfeit money, 14 pounds of marijuana, and a plethora of firearms were recovered. Eventually, Guerra was arrested and charged with all these murders.
Right.
Rather than take it to trial and face the death penalty,
Guerra
accepted a guilty plea and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole till 40 years served.
Do you know why he took that? Do you want to know why he took that deal? 40 years, you got life with no chance of parole until you do 40 years at least. He took that because he knew if he took that shit to trial and lost, he was getting the needle. You are going to not be here anymore. The only time people take crazy ass plea deals like that is when they know they're done for. Like, you're done. They're going to send you up the road and you're never coming back home. And that's ridiculous, gang. Even 40 years, you're still probably not going to get out because you were in prison for 40 years. You caught extra charges in here. I know you didn't beat some folks up. I know you didn't stab some folks up. I know you didn't did something. That's just how it goes. I'm on the grave, and it's crazy, but hey, like, you know what I'm saying? Stupid is, stupid does. Shut it. Nah. I see. I might be. Hold on. I do want to see this, though. For the grave, I do want to see this, because I did watch a little bit of this. I did. I promise I did, but I can't find the video where I did. But I did. You know what they say? Now, I do want to goddamn watch that real quick. Hold on. We gonna go ahead and watch that Tommy G, because we some real Tommy G fans. Because I respect the white boy, okay? Let me tell you something about Tommy G. I respect Tommy G. I can't not respect Tommy G because he the only one that's really going in the trenches and showing the real. He ain't dropping no lows. He ain't giving up too much info. He doing what he got to do. I can't get with that. You know what I'm saying? What I can't get with is all these lame ass turkey ass that be going to the hood doing these hood interviews just for clout, letting these goofies just run around, goddamn acting like they Tony Montana. No, can't respect that.
The main one that they're looking for is my homicide. I'm on the run for that. I got a lot of home invasions, a lot of break-ins, and yeah, that's about it.
How old were you for your first home invasion?
I was 13.
One time
Damn.
you shot someone's dog?
Yeah, he kind of had to. Sometimes the dogs be too big.
Oh, I've been on some sick ones, I'll tell you that. The cops, I'm see how hard I can go, endanger civilians, that type of shit. I'm in the car with my best friend, and he get killed next to me. I'm not gonna, I wouldn't call the police regardless, to be honest. It's just the type of person I am. I'm gonna go take care of myself.
No, I mean, at that time, though, see, y'all be looking at that shit like it's crazy. But at that point, when you that knee deep in the streets, you can't call the police, bro. That's pretty much gonna mess you up more. That's gonna mess you up more than anything, because now your street cred gone. Now your homies ain't gonna rock with you, and the ops gonna be overly on your ass. They ain't just gonna leave you alone because you snitching. They still finna try to knock you off, you know? So you kind of got to handle that yourself.
Is it time to start dipping, you think? Have we been here too long?
Yeah, think about it. He like, it's crazy they be getting away with this shit because California's so big.
Documenting the lives of fugitives on the run from the law. For this episode, we head to California to profile 4 outlaws evading capture.
Cali's so damn big.
A teenager dodging a potential life sentence for dozens of home invasions, attempted murder, and more. Then there's S1000 Crash Out, a man who did high-speed chases for fun until one of them ended up with a police officer getting hit by his car. Next is AMG Thumb, a man sentenced to 3 years in California State Prison, but decided he'd rather not do his bid. And finally,
did they say, hold on, am I imagining things? Because I didn't did you say 3 years?
police officer getting hit.
He say 3 years.
Next is AMG Thumb, a man sentenced to 3 years in California.
So you'd rather do this is why we gotta stay in school. You would rather do my bad, excuse me, pardon me. You would rather do goddamn on the run and get however many years after that before you do 3 years in Cali. Bro, send me to jail for 3 years. Send me to prison for 3 years, bro. Let me get this little ass bed over with. Because by the time you be on the run for 3 years, you're gonna get caught. And then you're gonna have to do another 3 years. So you can't even do nothing. Like, bro, you can't go nowhere. You understand when you're on the run, you can't do shit. Like, what are you even doing right now?
California State Prison.
What up, gang? What up?
And finally, San Francisco rapper Ray Rizzo, who after being put on ankle monitor for what appears to be a weed and gun charge, he cut off the device and went on the run. Today, we dive into their world to better understand the life and mind.
No way they just got stopped.
First, a quick word from the sponsor of today's episode. Folks, there's a lot of dangerous ways out there that you can be making money and you can end up in prison.
Right, that's true.
I have a solution for you that can avoid that.
How long?
If you like playing games on your
We ain't doing that, Tommy, but I appreciate you trying to put people on, but I ain't doing that.
Airbnb, which for some reason was sketching me out. So I walked into this knowing that it was likely that I'd be meeting a guy who was armed, dangerous, and with little to lose. Here's how it went. This is not what I was expecting.
True.
It's like a little...
But killers ain't just trying to...
California?
See, I hate to keep pausing, but it's a difference between a serial killer and a guy in the hood who just happens to be having to kill his op sometimes. And that serial killer, yeah, I'd be kind of like, I ain't really trying to go in there. With a nigga that like a hood guy, like, I'll go in there as long as, like, you know, it's not really too much that you gonna do that's really gonna piss him off, bro. Like, just be smooth. A lot of people, you just be smooth, mind your business. You don't even gotta talk to this nigga for real. Like, just be smooth.
Come on.
Where do you go by?
Dump.
I'm surprised to see an Airbnb.
Hey, man. It's not my name.
So you prefer this over...
Nah, for real. Ain't it my
Yeah,
name.
because if I go to, like, say I go to the W or something, I stand out a little bit too much in there. And then say I go to Motel 6, sometimes the police will go by places like that and they'll check the guest list and check the names for warrants and stuff like that. Yeah, so I don't
They can do that?
where it's hot, you know? I'm trying to live my life like I'm still kind of normal.
How long have you been on the run for?
Right now, only 6 months.
Okay, and what are you on the run for?
2 separate cases. One was a sales case. One was assault with a firearm. I signed deals on both of them. And then I kind of messed up my probation a little bit. She told me to check in, and that was a sign that she wanted to violate me, so I just went ahead and stopped checking in.
So
Yeah, that is what that is.
You know, some days I wake up feeling normal. You know, I got a normal life going on at the same time. I got a kid, I got all type of normal shit going on. But at the same time, it's every day is a real situation because every time I see the boys get behind me, I don't have the option to pull over.
Yeah, that's real. And you really gotta wear it like a shiesty everywhere, hoodies.
I'm Tommy. Where are we right now? This is Z, and he's a level 99 crash out. I went into this meeting knowing that I was gonna meet a guy that excelled in home invasions and was dodging a potential murder case. And on the way there, I was wondering if this guy was laid back or an impulsive ticking time bomb, because by his rap sheet, it felt like I was about to meet the final boss of YNs. Here's how it went. So what are you on the run for?
I have a lot of petitions right now, also a lot of open cases, but the main one that they're looking for is my homicide. I'm on the run for that. I got a lot of home invasions. A lot of break-ins, and yeah, that's about it. Armed robbery, stolen vehicles. It's pretty bad.
How much time are you facing if they throw the book at you?
They're trying to give me a juvenile life. So that's until I'm 25.
I mean,
folks, the San Francisco Bay Area is a wild place. I put up my story last night looking for fugitives on the run, and I've got a lot of replies to go through. We're meeting up with one in about 15 minutes, and it's just one of those places, man, where like culturally people are ready to cut their ankle monitor off and go for it. This is S1000 Crash Out. He's a high-speed specialist who, after hitting a police officer with his vehicle, his charges went from somewhat minor to putting himself on the list of his local violent fugitive task force. Here we learn how a guy facing 9 years plus moves and operates to avoid detection and still make money. What's up, man?
Tommy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
All right.
Here, let's go talk by the car. So you're on the run.
Yep.
How long you been on the run for?
Been on the run for about 2 years now.
it's crazy.
All from high-speed chases, evading cops, stuff like that. This is where it all began when I was like 15 years old when I first started out here. It all started from doing high-speed chases with post meets here on Friday. We'd have our spots announced when everyone gets here at certain times so the cops wouldn't be informed. Right now, I'm actually on the run from evading officers up in Sacramento County.
That's not that bad.
On my motorcycle. I was already on probation from down here. I got locked up from an incident where the police got me boxed in. I got basically. They boxed my car and I couldn't get out. I was basically in a cul-de-sac, all the CHP pulled in. There was no going on any curbs, there was no anything. So I basically they put me in handcuffs, threw me out of the car, broke the windows, everything. And then I was locked up down here for probably about 6 months. And then they gave me some stupid bullshit plea deal instead of doing 5 years in the state because I almost hit an officer. I clipped him with the quarter panel of the driver's side of the car, and it hit his leg, and he basically fell back and everything. So he probably said that it was more than it was, but I don't know.
They tried to give you 5 years for that though, bro? Are you serious? They tried to give you 5 years. What the fuck? That's crazy. I am going to run too. I can't really be mad at him. I can't be mad at you, Slime. 5 years because you clipped the officer's leg and you just back. What the fuck? What's wrong with you? What? That's not even fair, gang. And I know he probably might have had some priors or something before that, but if he didn't have nothing in the car and he only got damn real on the chase, come on, gang. You can't give nobody a plea deal for 5 years. That means you was trying to throw like 10, 15 at him.
How long has that been for?
I'm gonna keep it real, bro. It only been like 3 months. I'm kind of a short stopper right now.
Describe
short stopper is crazy for being a fugitive. And that's why I had to move out of Cali too. Cause don't get me wrong, I know it's fugitives everywhere. It's fugitives in every city, bro. I probably done ran into the fugitives. I didn't even know they was fugitives. Well, in Cali, they be living different. I don't know. I just feel like everybody you run into in Cali that you can tell is not a regular person. Just got too much shit going on. I don't even want to be like, no.
I ain't gonna lie, I can't breathe under that mask, bro.
Yeah,
I just marched up hella shit, bro. I got
there's a lot of hills in San Francisco too.
Yeah.
I can see where he's coming from at least. See, some of these guys I can see where they're coming from. Some of these guys I can't see where they're coming from. Him, I can see it. Okay, you did 16 months probation. You thinking you good, then 4 days, and I'm just assuming that you didn't do nothing. I'm assuming that you did all your shit that you had to do for your parole. You know what I'm saying? Probation, whatever. You get put on a warrant from out of state. 4 days before you're supposed to get off your probation. You excited as hell, you happy as hell, then you check you got a warrant. I would go on the run too, hypothetically.
East Coast thing and an East Coast thing.
Yeah, when I was 18, I caught a case. Yeah, when I was 18 out there on the road, I got a what is it called, an extradition warrant.
So they could bring you to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So you would serve time here, then go over there.
Yeah, but the thing is, bro.
What you got for a body?
Like, they've been asking my PO for good progress reports. My PO been giving them, and it's like they gonna put a warrant on my arrest 4 days before I was getting out their probation.
That is crazy.
They slime me out.
Hey guys, remember
that is crazy.
In the beginning.
Hold on, I don't remember no F in the beginning. I don't remember anything. I'm legally blind. I do want to finish a little bit of this. So this is wild.
Eat it at 3 years now rather than.
Hold on. Matter of fact. You know what we gonna do? We gonna make a part 2 to this right now because a lot of y'all ain't gonna finish the video. We gotta make sure you see the whole thing. And when I say the whole thing, I mean the whole thing. You know what I mean? We gotta go through it. So if you don't know, we looking at people that went on a run, going on a run right now. Some of these niggas got good reasons. Some of these guys don't have good reasons. But we gonna put it in HD so you can see. I thought it was an HD, but it went away.
Yeah.
What held you back from just saying, okay, I'm gonna eat it at 3 years now rather than add on to it later?
Man, I feel like I'm young and like right now is my time to make a mark and figure out who I am and do my thing. And my son is still young and I feel like I want to be there to raise him up. And I know 3 years isn't that long, but that's a long time for me. I'm an active father and stuff like that, so it's important that I'm there for my son. And I feel like if I gotta do the 3 years regardless, I might as well push it off a little bit.
How important is it to
But you don't understand when you push it off, bro. You gotta get more time. Why do niggas keep you putting 3 years, gang? Now they finna add on, probably fuck around. Once they add another 3 years on, and you only away for 6 years, but you could have just did 3 and been home and got your life together already. Especially while your kid young. I know you want to be there while you're young. I know, I get it, I promise. But I'd rather take these 3 years while he young and he not even going to school yet for real. Before I take these 3 years when he in high school, or these 3 years when he got down first get to middle school, stuff like that.
Woman with you on the run.
Oh man.
Is she also on the run?
Yeah.
Also in the Airbnb was Thump's girlfriend, who also happened to be on the run. And
what?
due to a few situations going on in her life, she was not able to be on camera with Thump. And what for?
She had her case She was in county jail. She signed for her time, but then you go back for final sentencing. So at that court date where she signed her time, they asked that she get bail before
Right.
she could, her mom was sick or something like that. They asked that she get bail so she could go see her mom before she go and do her prison term. They granted her bail, she bailed out, and then she never went to go final sentencing.
Like,
Yeah,
so you're not held in
I feel
jail,
that.
you bailed out.
Right.
Is California a 10% state?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you remember what your bail was?
The bail was $50K, so I put it 5,000. The other case, the sales case, I actually got OR'd on because I got arrested during COVID time, and the jails were full, so they were just kicking a lot of people out.
Yeah, COVID messed a lot of shit up.
Book you, you get your charges, and then they kick you off. It's not a violent crime.
And that's why some people
Yeah,
say
I ain't gonna lie, COVID was crazy. So I can't just skip over the fact that you on the run with your girlfriend though. That's wild as hell too. So it ain't even like you can go send your girlfriend and do little shit. Y'all both literally on the run. But I mean, thug love, I guess y'all got a reason to be together. You ain't gotta worry about cheating on phone no Gary. That's one thing you do not have to worry about is her cheating. But nigga, what the hell you mean? Like, what? This is ridiculous.
that Los Angeles is a Grand Theft Auto server.
Yeah.
So all these people were running free.
Yeah, if it's not violent, then you're
COVID
probably
was
not
crazy.
gonna do no real time or no time at all.
Another big reason we hear for going on the run is simple: money. If a guy gets arrested when he's broke, he's more than likely going to be paired up with a public defender that is overloaded with cases. So he may go on the run in an attempt to go on a spree, maybe sell a few stolen cars, make some fast cash so that he can save up enough money to get a good lawyer where he has a better chance of either beating his case or getting a better sentence. And even though going on the run enhances the sentence, for some fugitives, the risk feels worth it. Can you tell us the alleged situation that led to your case, assault with a deadly weapon?
Just some bullshit. An argument that had ensued between a family member of mine and a neighbor. They knew I had a firearm on me, so they called the police and said that I upped it on them.
Oh, okay.
If I upped it on them, I would have, done my thing. So
Right.
they took,
That's
the
what you're
police
supposed to
took
do.
their word for it. It was witnesses and stuff that said I didn't. You feel me? They said I did brandish the weapon, cause I was holding the backpack, but I never put the weapon out. It shouldn't have been assault with a firearm in the first place. It really should have been brandishing.
What happened recently?
Well, it was really fucked up. They baited us. So we're in the left lane, going probably like 80, 85, not too fast. And then this Silverado comes up speeding, and he's like toying with us and shit. And I'm like, fuck you, give it to him a little bit. I'm playing with him. And
Yeah,
then
they will bait
I'm
you.
like, oh shit, he baited me. But he
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be so bad, Shorty. I promise you. Imagine you just got a new AMG. Skirt. You got down M3, M4, whatever you want to say. You skirt on photo. You doing your thing. And then the boys, not even the boys, a regular car get behind you like a Honda or something. You think like, man, he trying to play with you and shit. Like, it's probably a couple white boys in the car. You like, man, shit, I ain't finna play with him. You ass. You go 80, 85, you go 90, they go 90. And then you go ahead and hit the 100 on their ass. Then they hit the lights. The game is not the same. I remember racing on Lakeshore Drive in the goddamn Reynolds. Good times.
He hit the lights like
Good
it was
times.
a warning. So I'm like, all right, cool. He flicked them off. I'm like, all right, let me chill out. And I look in the rear view. I'm like, oh shit, they behind me too. And then he hit the lights. I'm like, fuck it, I'll take off.
And did they run your plates to know who you were?
Yeah, but it wasn't my car. If you're doing it all by yourself and you don't have anybody that's gonna look out for you and want to help your situation, then it might be hard. But if you're a solid dude and you make good connections and you done good by people, and people gonna do good by you.
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
curious
that's
how
true.
heavy a
Yeah,
light you
yeah.
pack.
Real light. Like as you can see, I don't bring anything with me. I buy new t-shirts every day. I switch clothes and all that, just throw the shoes out because you see these, that's from running through the field the other night.
How are you bringing money?
Running through the fields is crazy.
I work on cars, I do my little thing with the cars. Yeah, that's my main source of income right there is the cars.
What is something you miss the most when you're on the run?
Sometimes I just wish when I see them blue lights I could pull over. Cause when you're younger it's fun, and it's like these cars are so easy to get away from them. But at the same time, this isn't New York, bro. They got it nice out there. They don't got no birds that follow after them,
Yeah.
Once they get in the chase, the police blurp them, the squad car get behind them, they lose them, and that's it, Out here, CHP, LASD, LAPD, they can
Yeah.
put the bird on you and they can
Yeah.
find you real fast.
Real
What
fast.
can't you do Because neither of your names are good right now. So what can't you do when you are
This is
on the
good
road?
questions.
It
Very
turns
good
out
questions.
A lot. No Uber, no flights, no hotel rooms. You can't rent a car, cash a check, or even get a legit job if you wanted one. You have to kind of live like a ghost. Every cop that rolls by could be the end of your run, and with all the cameras out there, showing your face in public is a risk you can't afford. So you have to move different. Cash only, burner phones, fake names, maybe getting a girlfriend to put it in their name. It's a lot of couch surfing, hustling, and trying to stay one step ahead of law enforcement. Being on the run might sound like freedom, but
It's
in
not.
some ways it's just prison in another form.
It definitely
I can't
is.
go get an apartment. I can't go lease a car. I can't go renew my. I need a new ID. I can't go renew my ID.
Can't do
I
nothing.
can't go to my son's school and say what's up if I want to. My son is everything, bro. So that's all. That's what I do it for.
So how often are you skipping from town to town?
It's really like an intuition thing. I kind of get a feeling and be like, we gotta bounce out, you know. Sometimes I'll post up somewhere in the town for like a month, and I'll be like, oh, it's cool right here. And then you don't want to be there too long though, cause it's like when we got cars, we got flashy cars, you know. And I stand out in certain places we go to. I'm not like a regular type of person.
So in the last 6 months you've been on the run,
Yeah,
how many different places do you feel like you've slept in?
probably like at least 50 to 60.
Turn us. Do your 3 years, bro. Do your 3 years. You stressing yourself out. You moving from town to town, so you can't even see your kid. You ain't getting no, like, I ain't gonna say you ain't really getting no money, cause I don't do shit. We got something going on, but it's like, bro, go just turn yourself in, bro. I know your girlfriend got whatever case she got going on, but for you only having 3 years, it's not worth sleeping in 50, 60 places in 6 months and you staying and trying to work on cars. It's not worth it, bro.
It's very stressful.
Do you wish for a home base in the
Yeah,
future?
man, that's what I wanted since I was a kid.
Have you been in a lot of moving situations since a kid?
Yeah,
You moved a lot as a kid.
yeah,
So would you say even from childhood your life was relatively chaotic?
yeah. Homeless a lot and stuff like that.
What was your childhood like?
My mom was just a single mom. She was a waitress. And she did alright with tips and stuff. But as I started to get older, and I think not having a father played a big role in me acting out, and my mom didn't really know how to deal with it, I started to realize mom works late. If I would have had a more stable household, things would have been a lot different for me, you know? Yeah, life could have been a lot different if I would have had guidance and structure and a routine.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That is fucked
No, I started to realize that once I had my own son. I'm like, that's fucked up.
While we were chilling with Thump, he pulled up a YouTube video that showed one of the recent encounters he and his girlfriend had with law enforcement. What we're about to see is a high-speed chase that ended in their arrest, and this incident happened shortly before they had to go on the run.
What the hell?
Yeah, so we got blurred. We ran. We probably going like 130 right there. They hit us with a spike strip. We went up into the canyons. We lost gas and then we wrecked out.
So what's going through your mind right now and what's happening?
Oh man, I'm just like, fuck, bro. It's over with. It's gonna be a bad night.
That's crazy.
So this is before or after you were on the run?
This is right before. Yeah, this is right before.
You were driving or not?
Nah, she was driving.
Is she good at driving?
Yeah, she could drive, bro. Yeah, so I keep it real simple, bro. I keep my weed with me. I gotta stay hard. Feel me? Good water, keep it healthy and shit like that. When it comes to my clothing and apparel, I switch out the t-shirt every day. I keep a pro club or something like that if I want to get flying. I got a storage unit. I pull up to my storage unit, swap out my clothes, fix the wardrobe up, and get fly for the day. But other than that, I keep it real simple. I don't carry a lot of bags with me or nothing because I gotta be ready to go. If the time comes and I gotta go, I'm gonna go. And I don't want to be like looking around for this, that, and the other. And I end up going to jail for some stuff.
I don't know
That's
if it'll
true.
ever
That's
not be
facts. That's
intriguing
factual.
to me.
I ain't gonna lie. I still, after all that conversation, I still don't see where you're coming from, bro. Go do your 3 years. You're doing all this stupid shit. Go do your 3 years, bro. I don't know why you just don't want to do your 3 years. That was stupid. I ain't gonna say the R word, but that was pretty stupid, bro. Just go do your time. Niggas don't never want to do their time. Niggas want to do all the hot shit in the world, but niggas don't never want to do their time. Y'all ever notice that, bro? Everybody want to do everything crazy, but when they get caught up, now they want to act like they innocent. Now they want to act like they didn't know what was going on. Get your goof ass up out of here.
Top 5, born Hassan Ali in 1998 to Somali immigrant parents, grew up in Toronto's Lawrence Heights, a neighborhood that locals call the jungle. Isolated and neglected, this maze of crumbling multi-story townhouses and low-rise complexes that are part of Toronto's public housing stood in stark contrast to the middle-class suburbia that surrounded it. Known for poverty, drug deals, and gunfire, Jungle is home to a large community of immigrant families from the Caribbean, South America, Somalia, and other African countries. Immigrants who were all clinging to their own version of the Canadian dream, and it was here on the basketball courts that Hassan earned his nickname Top 5, a boast that everything he did on the court was top 5. As a student at Vaughan Road Academy,
I swear it's like everybody has the same come up story every time I watch a hood video. God damn, I wasn't even recording on Photo Gray. My bad. Look, I'm on stream. Excuse me, pardon me. We racking the top 5 come up story pretty much. It nigga had the same come up story as everybody else. He was goddamn Hooper. His name was top 5 because he was top 5 and everything that he did. And then this was going on.
the same high school that Drake attended, a young top 5 would get into music from early on, but he wouldn't take it seriously until one fateful day. When top 5 was 15 years old, he would attend Drake's first annual OVO Bounce tournament. Drake was in attendance, and at the time, the Detroit Pistons star Brandon Jennings' team took the win, and when Jennings ripped off his jersey to celebrate, top 5 mimicked him mid-photo op, sending the crowd into a frenzy and catching Drake's attention. That spontaneous moment sparked a friendship and pivoted top 5's path towards music. In 2014, when top 5 was just 16 years old, he would drop the song Shirt Off Shorty, doubling down and basing his personality on the gimmick of having his shirt off. On any block, I'll have you know. This Chicago drill-inspired track racked up 5,000 views in just a few weeks. But
yeah,
then,
that's good.
months later in December, Drake would make an Instagram post of him watching top 5's video, together with the caption, "Back in the 6, shout out to top 5.
Oh, they know each other for
the
real.
track into local success in Toronto.
I didn't know that.
With a viral song in his pocket and the co-sign from the biggest rapper in the world, the 16-year-old top 5 would turn his 15 minutes of fame into a burgeoning music career. He dropped out of school in 2015, doubling down with the song Hall of Fame alongside Toronto underground rap icon Robin Banks, who belonged to the Was Gang from the north side of Jane and Finch, part of the infamous Driftwood Crips, which are also known for rappers like Presser, his brother Boondog, and the late Houdini. Then came Shirt Off on Any Block, with a music video filmed in the heart of the jungle.
You guys have the same sound. Like, I don't want to sound like The Weeknd, I don't want to sound like Drake. I want to sound like myself. You're never gonna make it out if you don't sound like yourself.
I grew up in Toronto, but I don't like this in the winter. I like the summer when my shirt comes off.
A track that even the Toronto police were enjoying.
He's funny for that. He's funny as hell for that.
Keep the cosigns coming, shouting out top 5 in the track Grammys from his 2016 album Views. But unfortunately,
oh, that was a top 5 shit. This is crazy. This is like, it's crazy hearing about lore from other cities because they be really mixing it with the music the right way, and you done listen to the music. It's like that. Merchants is shouting out top 5 on fucking Grammys. That song was hard. Nigga, that's that song with Future. They gonna think we won a Grammy. They gonna think we won a Grammy. I'm showing out the Can't Stand Me on Photo Gray. How do you not know that?
As top 5 plotted his family's escape from the jungle,
Started rapping, I didn't know it was gonna blow up. A couple more songs, I'll have a house in Brattle Path. That's my goal. Have a house in Brattle Path, get my mom out the hood. And get my family out the hood.
the streets would strike back. Given the nickname of Top 5's neighborhood, the jungle, it's probably no surprise then that gangs have had a strong hold of the area for a long time. For decades, this neighborhood has been home to the so-called Jungle City Bloods gang, and more recently, particularly a set under them called the GGGs, or Go Get 'em Gang. Originally called the First Comes Family, online rumors tie the set's formation to a March 2008 tragedy, an unsolved murder of an 18-year-old Ahmed Abdikarim, son of a Somali soccer star and alleged brother of a GGG member named Jason. Ahmed's killing was even caught on camera, but this murder was never prosecuted, and the lack of evidence became a flashpoint for retaliatory violence. While no convictions followed, the incident brought together the GGGs, with notorious members in their ranks like Flipper, aka Saeed, the Postman Mohiuddin 100, Moneyboy, Century, aka Samatar Mohiuddin, Ahmed's brother, Jason GGG, aka Ibrahim Abdikarim, Styles, aka Saeed Osman, a GGG affiliate who's currently on the Canada's Most Wanted list, and among them, the young Top 5. The jungle was part of a broader war dividing Toronto's boroughs. On one side, Jane, Driftwood, and Lawrence Heights, and on the other side, territories like Regent Park, Falstaff, and Rexdale.
But here's my thing. Oh, shout out Nav. Oh, damn. So is they cool with Nav? Shout out Rexdale. I heard a lot about Rexdale. It's crazy. It's like, I be tapped in now, but this is why I have a problem respecting beef from other neighborhoods, right? What do you mean you live over here and your ops live over here? What are we talking about right now? That means, do you know how far that shit is, bro? You like, this is a big distance. This isn't no like, I live right here and they live right there. That's how I'm used to in Chicago. Like, the ops right here and we live right here. On photo grade, that's walking distance. What the hell is this? You gotta get out your way, get out the, man, hell no, man, I'm getting money.
Part of this conflict was GGG's feud with the Falstaff Crips, based in the northwest Toronto's Jane Falstaff corridor, their turf consisting particularly of 3 large high-rises, numbers 20, 30 and 40, which is why the gang is also sometimes called 234. The Falstaff Crips are known for guys like the rappers 9 and LO, who have both received some notable fame in the Toronto drill scene, while Top 5 and the GGGs have also clashed with several other rival sets like Bloods from the Connections or South Jane, represented by artists like NHSJJ.
Don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
Some of the most popular drill artists in the Toronto scene. On the other hand, there's also been gang sets who GGG have been close with, most notably being the previously mentioned Was Gang, with Top 5 himself being very close to their rappers YG, Presser, and Presser's big brother Boondog, all of whom were recently shining prominently in Brandon Buckingham's vlog about the gang war in Toronto. Definitely go and check that out.
Toronto, this is Jane and Finch, Was Gang.
Alexandra Park, PO, MG Furrow.
Content creators, guys.
Also, didn't he just rob him?
Come around here, you might not leave.
Jane and Finch.
What began as a simmering tension in the late 2000s between these different Toronto factions would escalate by 2018 into Toronto's bloodiest year on record, and at the center of many of these conflicts
95 isn't a
none
lot.
other than the GGGs. For example, in June 2016, 2 gunmen would open fire on 20-year-old Nathan Lee in Jamestown near Finch Avenue and Martin Grove Road in broad daylight. Security cameras would capture the chilling attack, which left Lee hospitalized, but fortunately alive.
A sunny morning and 20-year-old Nathan Lee is heading out for a bike ride.
Right.
And steps from his home, Lee is gunned down at point-blank range. The video released by police today shows the 2 suspects approach. Both are armed with handguns. It's hard to believe anyone could survive such close-range shots, but Lee's mother says her son is expected to recover.
You know, I know gang violence is gang violence, bro. Well, I just had like an epiphany. They said they had 95 murders in a year in Toronto, bro. 95, and that was like their bloodiest summer. I'm going to, hold on. Don't look up while I was at Googling Adam 22, man. Go look at my other channel, Fun on Gary, GDR Reports. I spelled that all wrong on Photogram. I spelled that horribly wrong. Don't judge me. Hold on. I said most bloodiest murders by year on Photogram. They say it's the safest summer since 2020, since the 1960s, right? I want to see how many murders. I really want to see how many murders, bro. The summer of 2021 saw 274 homicides, with 805 in the whole year. And these niggas complaining about 95 homicides? Are you shitting me right now? Are you shit? I'm trying to put this in perspective, right? Like, hold on. What was 2012? 512 homicides in 2012, right? Nigga, our most bloodiest summer was definitely, 2021. Yeah, everybody was dying in 2021 because that's when people got money. See, it really lined up with that PPP. When that PPP hit in 2020, yeah, the next 3 years was bloody. Now it's starting to calm down. 2016 was busting too, though. 2016 was busting. But I'm just saying, bro, just put it in perspective. 95 homicides for their whole year, and that's bad. That's a bloody summer. 200 is a good year.
Police quickly linked the shooting to an ongoing feud between the Young Buck Killers, a Driftwood Crip subset, and the Rexdale Jamestown Crips. This was a rivalry already stained by tragedy.
Also,
Just
Nav a
weeks
Crip.
earlier, a pregnant woman was killed in a drive-by, her baby delivered by an
Eat that on
emergency
sleep.
C-section, only to
Wait,
die
a million
a month
a
later,
week.
something that the YouTuber
Paul Angels on me.
covered in great detail on his
I'm
channel.
rocking
The
BBs.
shooting occurred
I'm for
allegedly
that.
just days after the rapper Presser was assaulted in jail, and the investigators believed that this was payback. But the plot thickened when Lee's mother identified one shooter as Shamori YG White, a Young Buck Killers member and Top 5's close friend. YG would actually flee to the US, setting the example for others to do the same in the future, while his alleged accomplice, later revealed as Jason from GGG, stayed in the shadows. But then, in March 2017, Jason was arrested and charged with attempted murder and discharging a firearm. YG, who'd been on the run in the US, spending a lot of time in Los Angeles, would ultimately be caught in Columbus, Ohio, and brought back to Canada, formally charged with attempted murder. However,
ain't make
due to
too
a
long.
combination of good lawyers and the witnesses refusing to testify, both men would face no charges. YG would later taunt the failed prosecution with his track Blue Tea, which flaunted the attire matching the shooter's description in the surveillance video, with him rapping that he's on his block, shooting people in his blue tee. But in April
That's
2021, 2024, Jason's luck ran out as he was gunned down in Toronto's fashion district
Yeah.
in a shooting that would leave 2 others injured. Though police
Black and Wall's
hesitated to
crack.
call it targeted, graffiti at the scene spelling out GGGK or Go Get 'em Gang Killers
Yeah.
sparked speculation of a hit. But the GGG's reign of terror wasn't just limited to the greater Toronto area, and in another wild case, in August 2018, 27-year-old Abdi Sluggy Piercy, a mid-level drug dealer all the way in Edmonton, Alberta, was gunned down after he pulled into a parking lot, with the sounds of this shooting being chillingly captured on a nearby dash cam.
It's so crazy, and it's, I know y'all probably, but in Blickouts, it's so crazy you can tell what's going on by the Blickout. At first, it was he caught him, and then it was a little back and forth, and then somebody lost. That's really, you could always tell by the Blickout what's going on.
Police called the shooting targeted, revealing
Oh
that the
my
victim was
God.
well known to law enforcement.
When police arrived Sunday night, the focus was on a BMW where the man was gunned down. The building
Even
was
then, I had to think about it. You might hear a brr, brr, and that's my all you hear. You know what I'm saying? That means someone ran up, hit something. They might have hit, they might have not. You might hear a bow, 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 brr, and you see y'all saying someone's having a little Blackout, someone put that switch out. Oh, further, like, it depends on what's going on. You never know what's going on.
scoped off,
And then we heard more gunshots.
with area residents wondering what happened.
Sluggy had allegedly been a drug dealer who clashed with a criminal organization expanding throughout several provinces, a nod to GGG's rumored reach across Canada. Though
That's crazy, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. I didn't know they was getting it from. Think about it, bro. If they goddamn doing it in Toronto and Edmonton, I never even heard of Edmonton. They probably doing it in Vancouver. I don't know, man. Would you rather live in Toronto or Chicago? I'd rather live in Toronto. Mother Toronto, nigga. Hell wrong with y'all. I ain't doing no goddamn Chicago. Nigga had 200 and something murders in our best year. And you niggas talking about 95 murders in a year, and that's bad. Man, move around, beat it. Well, I appreciate y'all for tuning in on Fun of My Gang of Slime. I'm finna be right back.